What's up, everybody? It's Simpson5252, and welcome to my gameplay / review of For Honor. Let's get into it. So, I've played this game for about 2 full days of in-game time. That I believe does include the campaign, which I spent probably about 6 hours on. So the rest has been multiplayer. I've played all the game types. I've mainly been playing a lot of Dominion, and I play mainly as Kensei. He's my main character. So let's get into it. This game is nothing like anything I've played before. There is nothing more satisfying as when you're in a duel and you get a kill. Like, if you kill the person you're fighting, and honorably, I mean, either way, I think kills are good, and they get my heart going no matter what, whether it was kind of a cheese kill, or I pushed him off a ledge, or what. I still get excited about it. I don't know what it is. I think it's just the combat system of this game and how it plays out, and the motions and the fluidness of the game is just unbelievable. I've seen a lot of people say how characters are overpowered, or, what have you, and really I don't agree with that whatsoever. Everyone has their strengths and everyone has their weaknesses. You just have to learn to play towards your strengths and away from other people's, and exploit their weaknesses. Now, that is a lot easier said than done. I do understand that, because there's been plenty of times where I get frustrated with people in duels or brawls or what have you. But it's part of the game. It could be a lot worse. So, yeah. What we're watching now is some Dominion gameplay, obviously. Not the greatest match for me. I've had a couple good ones, a couple terrible ones, and some really good ones, so it kind of varies. So we're here, and trying to secure down point B. Took out one guy. Got a teammate help me with this one. That works out. We're gonna go up here. Believe we're gonna eventually go take A here, but I could be wrong. Nope, we're gonna go C. This is the other big issue that I have found with this game, is the connection problems. It is a pain in the ass when you're in a game and someone quits, and then the game gets put back to the main menu because they were host and it can't connect to anyone else. This is something that Ubisoft did not really address, but they talked about originally, that they were only going to do peer-to-peer multiplayer. So whoever has the greatest connection is going to host, and everyone has to connect to them instead of having dedicated servers. I don't really find that the most appealing, because you have issues when you have more than 2 or 4 people. You have a lot of connection issues, or you can. I see a lot of people complaining on like Reddit and some other things about how bad this is. I've had issues with it. I think everyone I've talked to has had issues with it. Personally, my issues have not been super terrible. There's been times where I can't find matches for 5 or 10 minutes, which is annoying, but I've known some people, or I have some friends that it has taken an hour or so to actually be able to get into a match. And that really pushes people away from the game. Even I have noticed, I play on Xbox One, and the community when the game launched was at 200,000 strong, if not more. By the end of the week, it was at about 150,000 of regular players who were on. Like now, I just checked probably a couple of days ago, and it's only averaging about 50 to 60,000 people. So this game is really dying down on the player count really quick. And I don't know if that's because of the peer-to-peer connection or what, but it's not the greatest. It's making it a lot harder for us who do play the game to find games and to enjoy it. Now, there is a cool upgrading system, I guess, or a customization abilities in this game. Um, as you play with characters, they level up, and you can get gear for your character that will increase their gear stat. My guy, I believe, in most of these videos is well, in some of these videos, I'm not a very high gear stat. I have maybe like a 40-ish right now. Um, by overall, I think I have like a 50 with my Kensei now, and I'm also Prestige 3 or whatever they call it. I don't Reputation, I believe. Actually, it's not Prestige. Same sort of thing though. To get reputation or to get your reputation levels, you have to reach level 20 with your character, and then it goes back to 0. You don't lose any of the feats that you unlock, because you unlock feats for your guy as you progress through the levels. So it's not like a Call of Duty Prestige, where once you prestige, you lose everything, you have to earn it all back. You keep everything you unlock in the first reputation level, and then from there you just it'll give you more equipment and more colors for your outfits and whatnot to use. So that's kind of interesting. I've spent a lot of time in the customization, trying to upgrade my gear and find the coolest looking stuff, and the usual customization type things. Some people say that there's not a ton of customization abilities that you can do, and I mean, I can see where that comes from by like the armor and whatnot, but you can change each piece of armor to look differently and have different emblems or engravings or things like that on them. So there is a bit of a deep customization aspect involved, just not crazy amounts. You can't adjust your character's face or things like that. So I mean, to each his own with multiplayer game, or multiplayer mainly game. I think this is like the perfect amount of customization, because you can still make your guy look or stand out, but yet you don't have to spend forever to do that, or you don't feel obligated to make your character look really, really cool or whatever. Like in a Skyrim or a Fallout style game where you can edit literally everything of your character. So that's interesting. Right now we're playing some duels. Actually doing pretty good, surprisingly. Usually assassins are my hardest character to fight against, or class, I should say. Right now I'm up 2-0, so that's pretty impressive. I did push them off the ledge on the last level, so some people would call that kind of a cheese or whatever. But they put it in the game, it's there for a reason. I think if you're not going to use your environment, you're kind of selling yourself short. I try not to use the environment all the time, but if I'm in a sticky situation or something, or if you end up putting yourself out of position where I can easily push you off the ledge, well then by all means I'm going to. And if you try and do it again, or if you do it next round, I will do it again. I have no problems doing that. And I don't see what the big issue is with it. It's in the game. And it's a good way to keep your distance, or to, finish a fight quick that you may be losing overall. Alright, another thing that they have in the game, and it's kind of like a meta game, is what they call the faction wars. So with each faction, or with each match you play, you get pretty much war assets, I believe is what they call them, to place out on the battlefield. And this is broken up into seasons. I think there's like 5 or 7 seasons per year or so. I don't know exactly. I don't remember all the specifications on that. But you get in-game stuff while you like if you're for participating really in the season-long thing. It's kind of interesting. It really doesn't do anything huge. It's just a good little thing to kind of keep you going and keep you wanting to better yourself. Because then you can have bragging rights over the other two factions if yours is winning and whatnot. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got so far for things on this. I would have to give this game probably a 7.5 out of 10. It's not perfect by any means, but it's definitely not terrible. At least I enjoy it a lot. There's a lot of fun you can have in it, and it's very challenging, so when you actually do play well, it's quite rewarding. Yeah.
Round 2.
I would recommend this game to anyone who likes multiplayer games with a little bit of a challenge, not your typical multiplayer game, kind of like a Call of Duty or a Battlefield. If you're a single player type of person or you like campaigns, I would not pick this game up. The campaign is less than desirable, to say the least. I enjoyed it. It was very short. It was pretty mind-numbing. It was basically just getting you ready for multiplayer, so it wasn't terrible. It was more so forgettable. How about that? So if you're one who plays games solo and really only wants the story or the single-player campaign, this is not the game for you. The final thing I'm going to say is thank you guys for all the support and everything. I really appreciate each and every one of you watching my videos, liking, commenting, and giving me feedback. Let me know what I should and shouldn't do and all that good stuff. So again, thank you very much. I hope to be getting some more videos up for you guys soon, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Make sure if you enjoyed the video to like, share, subscribe, or even leave a comment. Any of those things will do. I greatly appreciate all of them. And I want you guys to have a wonderful time. Thanks again. This is Simpson5252 going out.